In her uncarpeted, thin-curtained, poorly furnished chamber on the top floor, Gerda Peterson lay sobbing on the narrow, hard bed. She was of larger frame than her mistress, grandly built and strong, but all her proud young womanhood was prostrate now, convulsed with agony, dissolved in tears. She did not try to control herself. She wept for two. If Miss Mariner suffered more from the wreck and ruin of a longer love, perhaps a deeper one, if her tastes were finer, her ideals loftier, if she bore the pangs of bitter jealousy and outraged pride, Gerda had personal shame to meet, a hopeless future, and a looming present which filled her with unreasoning terror. She had come like a meek young goddess into that perfectly ordered house, strong, beautiful, full of goodwill and eager obedience, but ignorant and childish. A girl of 18. Mr. Mariner had frankly admired her, and so had his wife. They discussed her visible perfections and as visible limitations with that perfect confidence which they had so long enjoyed. Mrs. Mariner was not a jealous woman. She had never been jealous in her life, till now. Gerda had stayed and learned their ways. They had both been fond of her. Even the cook was fond of her. She was what is called willing, was unusually teachable and plastic, and Mrs. Mariner, with her early habits of giving instruction, tried to educate her somewhat. "I never saw anyone so docile," Mrs. Mariner had often commented. "It is perfection in a servant, but almost a defect in character. She is so helpless and confiding." She was precisely that. A tall, rosy-cheeked baby. Rich womanhood without, helpless infancy within. Her braided wealth of dead gold hair, her grave blue eyes, her mighty shoulders and long, firmly molded limbs seemed those of a primal earth spirit. But she was only an ignorant child, with a child's weakness. When Mr. Mariner had to go abroad for his firm, unwillingly, hating to leave his wife, he had told her he felt quite safe to leave her in Gerda's hands. She would take care of her. "Be good to your mistress, Gerda," he told the girl that last morning at breakfast. "I leave her to you to take care of. I shall be back in a month at latest." Then he turned, smiling, to his wife. "And you must take care of Gerda, too," he said. "I expect you'll have her ready for college when I get back." This was 7 months ago. Business had delayed him from week to week, from month to month. He wrote to his wife. Long, loving, frequent letters, deeply regretting the delay, explaining how necessary, how profitable it was, congratulating her on the wide resources she had, her well-filled, well-balanced mind, her many interests,